we want to speak to you guys about the amendment of the Anti Infiltration Law that was passed yesterday in the Knesset. Okay, a lot of people became very, very worried that perhaps this law is regarding deportation law. It has nothing to do with the deportation. I mean, Israel still wants to keep the deportation going. It hasn't started yet. Everybody has to know deportation has not started yet, okay? There's this contract with Rwanda and what's happening with it. The deportation has not started. We believe that the government tried to attach the idea of closing Holot, that's what's going to happen, with the issue of deportation, because we know that the government is always trying to scare everybody, to create a mentally situation where people think that, you know, something really bad is happening. What happened yesterday in the Knesset is they voted to keep Holot open for only 3 months, okay? Holot was opened 4 years ago, exactly on this day, and there was an amendment that has to be keeping, they have to, in order to keep it open again, they have to vote in it, okay? So instead of voting to keep it open for a whole new year, they only voted to keep it 3 months. Why 3 months? We think they want to see what's happening with the deportation. I believe that they want to see how the refugees get scared and how they deport themselves. So we have to fight this, okay? The law yesterday was not a law regarding deportation. It was only a law that voted to keep Holot open for another 3 months. So you want to take it from here, Gilad, maybe?
Okay, yeah. So the law was about Holot will be another 3 months, and about start telling this to other people, even without relation to Holot, and some other stuff, not allowing to move money out of Israel, and some fines that they will put on Israeli that employ people without visa. So all this other stuff is stuff that is not very important, and you don't really need a law for that, and it is not clear if they even want to make it happen. They just try to build something to scare and to look serious, but actually it is nothing new and nothing that they really want to do. So, yeah, okay.
Okay, so in general, you have to understand what was voted yesterday in the Knesset was only regarding keeping Holot open 3 months. We believe that they just do it because they want to close Holot, basically, because Holot is not providing them with what they wanted as massive deportation. So it's just a waste of money, so they're going to close it, but they didn't want to close it, you know, from one day to another. So probably they said they'll give themselves 3 months to see what's happening. But eventually, Holot is probably going to be closed. It has nothing to do with deportation, okay? Really, really important to understand this. Don't become frightened. We are, as I said before in Hebrew, we are mad that this vote was like, it happened because we feel that, you know, we were hoping that more parliament members would say, okay, this is, you know, we don't want this treatment to regarding the refugees. We don't approve of it. And actually yesterday was it had a little optimistic note that out of all yesterday in the Knesset, you know, the Knesset is 120 members. I think they were 112 yesterday. They sat late at night. It was really important for them. And we know that 41 members of the parliament, including the Machaneh Hatziyuni, the Labor Party, of course, Meretz, they voted against the continuation of Holot. So we got like, it felt like, you know, that 41 members of the parliament were supportive of the refugees. And it's very different from what we had up till now, because a few months ago, Gabay, the head of the Labor Party, said, you know, fine, you know, we can deport them. And, you know, he was speaking a lot of rubbish, not an understanding. And a lot of young people in the Labor Party, they worked very hard for you. And they called a lot of their parliament members, and they said to them, listen, these are refugees, and we don't approve of the way you behave towards them. So there was a lot of support yesterday and in the last few weeks regarding the issue of refugees. There's much more acknowledgement of the refugees. Okay, so so we're happy. At least that this is like something a little bit to be optimistic, a little something that we will continue. Hopefully the organizations and everybody will continue to work with this and try and create a shift in the Israelis' public's eye regarding the issue of Rwanda and Uganda. But it had the vote yesterday, nothing to do with deportation. Okay, it's really, really important for you to understand it. RSD, you want to do quickly an RSD because we're losing everybody here?
Yeah, so it is very important still to submit RSD. So to put a stronger point on the fact that you are refugees. Of course, it looks stupid with the refugee system in Israel, but currently this is the political fight, and it is important to submit the RSD, and it is also helping each person that is submitting it in some way at least. So you can fill the RSD if you did not fill in the organization that we listed like last time, but we can put it again, and also you can message me and I will try to to tell the organization that you need to fill RSD. And if you try to submit an RSD in Salame and you cannot, they make a lot of problems there, then it is good to tell us when you tell us, it is good to say your phone number and your full name and the visa number, and it is good if you go to Salame to take like a selfie or something like that, to take a photo of yourself there and to kind of make proof that you went there. And if you try to submit RSD and cannot, then maybe the UNHCR will help about that. So anyway, if you need to fill RSD or you didn't manage to submit RSD in Salame, or you got a reject letter, we would like that you tell us about this. You can send me like WhatsApp, so it will be easier to help you.
Okay, so this is really important. Two things we wanted to talk to you about: the amendment of the Anti-Infiltration Law, keeping Holot 3 months more open, has nothing to do with the deportation. The RSD, it's really, really important to keep on doing the RSD, even though there's so many problems regarding the RSD. They're causing all this problem on purpose. They don't want you to fill the RSD, as far as we understand, but we can overcome that somehow. If you go and try, as Gilad said, after you fill in the RSD, that you come to the places, to the Salame, and you try to hand it in and there's a problem, take a picture of yourself there, say, I tried to do it and whatever, and then we will try to transfer your names to the organizations, maybe to UNHCR. Maybe they can, have a group of you, then they can accompany you to Salame, and maybe that will help. Don't give up on the RSDs, guys. It's really, really important. The RSD at this moment is truly, truly the most important tool that you have as refugees to be recognized as such. Don't give up. I know it's very, it's very depressing and it's very difficult. And I just want to say the other thing, you don't need to have a visa that is valid in order to fill in an RSD and to submit in the RSD, okay? It has nothing to do with it, because many people ask me, you don't need to have a valid visa. These are two different things. The visa has to do with the state. The RSD has to do with the fact that you are refugees and you are asking for asylum. And, they shouldn't scare you about this. You should be very, you should be very focused. You need to fill RSDs. You need to submit them. we have to find any way that you can do. The only thing is that you're sending me a lot of messages. I'm not going to be able to go through these messages. I have hundreds at this point. We tried to, Gilad is now in Holland, so we try. I really want you guys to send to Gilad. He was going through it. It's not easy for him. He has to go through all these messages, and he puts everything down on a database, and then he sends, you know, he sends the UNHCR, and he sends the hotline, and he sends different places. But this is, if you can send it to him directly, that's the best. Write your name, your visa number, even if it's not a valid visa number, because that's your ID, your telephone number, write shortly, or maybe you can, even if it's difficult for you to write, you know, there's this recording option in the message, so you can record it. I went to a short message, so we will know what the problem is. We are not the ones that's solving the problem, but we are trying to organize, you know, different things and ask the hotline, can you help them with a reject visa? Can you ask them to come to fill in an RSD? Can the UNHCR come and accommodate you to submit the RSD? So we're trying to do that, but we really, really need the community to talk with one another and tell the issue about RSD, because I know many people didn't know that they have to fill RSDs, and I know that a lot of people don't understand our lives because their English and Hebrew is not that good. Please help them. Please try and explain to them what this issue is about, okay? We also attached at the beginning of this live video the message from hotline. The message is both in English and in Tigrinya, so you can read it slowly and understand, at least regarding to the issue of the anti-infiltration law that was voted yesterday, okay? So you get that information. I think that's it, right, Gilad? Is there something else?
Yeah. Still, is there anybody here?
Yeah, hardly. A lot of people left us by now.
Yeah. Yeah. Still, we need to know about what happened to people that were that left Israel, that were deported from Israel to Rwanda and Uganda and Eritrea and Sudan. If you know of somebody that left Israel, that was deported from Israel, and you know something bad happened, if they died or if they disappeared or if they are stuck in Libya, or if something bad happened, we need to know so we can tell the Israelis what is happening in Rwanda and Uganda, and what is so terrible there. We know that it is very terrible, but we need to hear more. And you can tell us details, and you can just tell us what happened, or tell the story, or tell the name of the person, or his photo, or something about these cases, so we can tell how bad is this to be in Rwanda, Uganda, and to do this way, how bad it was.
Okay, so information. Somebody that left, you don't know where he is, you think he's stuck in Rwanda, you think he's stuck in Libya. Mostly this is really worrisome. Share the information. You can share it with Gilad, me, you can share it with hotline, you can share it with whoever. Just this information needs to be out there. We need that's the tool to fight this deportation. We have to fight and explain that deportation means might end up being in Libya, which is very bad, okay? And, you know, guys, and again, you know, we told you again and again how people that we met in Uganda and Rwanda, and how people that we met in Europe, they're all saying to us, stay strong, stay put, don't leave Israel, unless, of course, you're leaving to Canada, which is wonderful, but don't be tempted, because everything is very desperate here. Don't be tempted to leave, because the route is very, very dangerous, okay? The route is very, very dangerous. So try and stay strong, okay? Try and stay with us. Try and, you know, nobody's giving up on you, okay? The organizations are not giving up on you. We as activists are not giving up on you. We're trying to do the best thing we can to, you know, bring this up to as much as public people will know, and we see signs of it, okay? Even though, you know, what's happening now is worrisome. As we see the youngsters of the Labor Party, we see how they're working and they're talking about it, and we need you to you know, to raise your voice as well. You need to raise your voice. You need to talk as well. Don't give up on raising your voice. I know it's very, it feels like, you know, you've been talking for so many years now and nobody's listening. We just don't have a choice. We have to continue fighting this issue because we want you here, okay? You guys are refugees, and we believe you are refugees, and we believe that you have a right to be here, and we believe that the Israeli public has obligation to protect you, okay? So, but this is going to be an ongoing struggle, and we're just going to have to continue doing it, and how do you call it? Information helps us a lot, okay? What are you saying? Please explain about the new asylum seekers now that they are sleeping around the Salome office. Okay, shortly again, all right? RSDs are very important. They're the key, okay? You have to understand, submitting and filling in a good RSD, not just filling in an RSD. Submitting it is really, really important. Israel knows that it's important, and Israel is trying to do whatever it can to prevent you from submitting your RSD, okay? So what they're doing is that they're creating this craziness around Salome, and people have to go there and sleep there from 3 o'clock in the morning, 2 o'clock in the morning. It's crazy, okay? You have to do that once, show you, you know, do that, go there. If they don't let you in, take a picture of yourself saying, I came here, I tried to submit my RSD, they didn't let me in. We can try later on to, or you can try even as well, to submit this picture and the fact that you tried to do it to the hotline. Hotline, and as well as to us, because what we are trying to do, hotline is trying to, how do you call it, go to the courts, Atira, I don't remember now. They're trying to fill in a petition or whatever it is to the courts, telling the courts, listen, this is a list of people that went to Salome and they didn't succeed. What we would also like to hope in, the UNHCR said that they can accommodate you to go to the Salome. So if you give us your information, your phone number, your visa number, your name, we can send it to the UNHCR. They will try, I think, group you up together and go with you to Salome to try to help you to submit the RSD form. We're really sorry we don't have a better solution, but this is what we have to do. And I know that a few of you have been there again and again and again. Go once, take a picture of yourself, and as I said, submit it, okay? Is that it, Gilad? Are we finished?
Yeah, there are in Salome some people from Georgia and from Ukraine that some of them are refugees, some suffered other similar problems, and some are not. And the government is using them also as a way to not to allow African refugees to submit RSD. Yeah, it is just that, like, it's not by chance, but there are those people there, and the government is using even them to, and this excuse to not to have like a refugee policy. Yeah, it is just another step in the game that the government plays, and yeah, like Sigal said, we have no choice but keeping with that.
Okay. So I hope I hope it was understood. I hope that you understand that what was passed is not a deportation law. It has to do, and as we said, we attached what the hotline said, and Gera is speaking about it very clearly. I understand. So watch it. Talk to other people. It's really, really important that you talk to the refugee community and update them as much as you can. we shouldn't be scared. The government wants us to be scared. We are not going to be scared. We're not going to give her that benefit. We are going to continue fighting this as, you know, as much as we can. Really, really important, okay? יאללה, אנחנו החזקנו אתכם הרבה זמן. לילה טוב, תזכרו שלא הצביעו שום דבר בעד נושא של גירוש אתמול, הצביעו רק להאריך את חולות לעוד 3 חודשים, זה חלק מהטקטיקות של הממשלה, לרדת מהעץ של חולות, כי חולות זה, כמו שאמרנו כל השנים, חולות זה מתקן מיותר לחלוטין, כרגע זה לא עוזר להם, אז הם מנסים לרדת והם מנסים תוך כדי להפחיד. אז תזכרו את זה, בסדר? ו-RSD. ואל תשכחו שבאמת, תרימו את הראש, אנחנו באמת תומכים בכם מכל הלב, בסדר? יאללה, לילה טוב.